ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So we saw last time the elaborate Purupaksha that Vedanta Vakyas are Upasana Para Vakyani. They are meant for Upasana, not mere knowledge. Elaborately we saw this argument. Karma Vidhi Sesha, Upasana Vidhi Sesha, all that we saw. Any questions, clarifications, or shall we go ahead? Because now the answer starts. 2 classes was only Purupaksha. Okay. All clear up to now? Okay. Okay, let's see the answer then. Why do you think he is arguing so elaborately to make the Upanishad also either to make it Upasana Vidhi Sheshatva? Why do you think it is there?
Swamiji, because he is the Karma Kanda Purva Paksha, for him everything is through karma.
Yeah, so the orientation towards karma is high. That's why when people come to Vedanta also, there becomes a lot of orientation towards karma. Whether it is, so you will convert it into a sadhana orientation. I am not saying some sadhana is not good. Some japa, some dhyanam, basic puja, that's good, keep it going. Once in a while visiting a temple, etc. It's good. Keep that thing going. Okay. But if after studying Vedanta for some time, you're getting over involved in that religious activities, you have to examine why you're doing it. Somewhere you seem to be, like he said, Shrutam Brahma api Sukha Dukkha is seen, therefore I am not feeling that freedom. So instead of setting right what is necessary there, I get over involved in the religious activities. It's important to see that. What's happening in my mind. Some amount of it is very good because it will help you develop the bhakti necessary for karma yoga. It will give you the antakarana, naishalyam, etc. But be careful, if you are doing more and more and more, that's a sign that somewhere Vedanta is not working and you feel the pull for all this. And if Vedanta is not working, examine why it is not working. What is missing in my adhikaritva? Not to be self-judgmental, not to be self-critical, but to be self-evaluative. That's very important. That's why all the Prakarana Granthas will have Karma Khandanam in it. Because that karma orientation becomes high. So when you come to Vedanta, you will convert it into meditation, this, that, etc. Meditation necessary, yes, both preparatory and owning up. Both are necessary for human being. We are not saying no to that. But that doesn't mean you have to spend all your time in it, you know. So be careful that you strike a balance. When I say that, I have to say, examine if you are striking a balance. Don't assume you are striking it. Swamiji, I don't do anything. That's also not very healthy. So strike a balance, okay? Examine whether you are having the balance. Now the answer starts. And the answer also, Shankara is being elaborate about it by examining the nature of karma, etc. Okay? Says, Atra vidhiyate. Atra vidhiyate. Here we are going to say, what? Na, that is not true. It is not upasana vidhi seshatvam. Why? Karma Brahma Vidya Falayoho Vailakshanyat. Because there is a great difference between Karma Phalam and Jnana Phalam. What is the difference? Wait, I'll explain it, he says. Okay. Sharirikam, Vachikam, Manasam cha karma Shruti Smriti Siddham Dharmakyam. Shruti Smriti Siddham, established by the Shruti and the Smriti. What is that? Sharirikam, Vachikam, Manasam, Karma. Sharirikam, when you are doing a puja, yaga, etc. Vachikam, chanting, japa, etc. Manasikam, dhyanam, upasana, all that. All these karmas, he says, okay, which is called dharmakyam. It's important to note this, that when we talk of dharma, even though we very often say it's universal ethics, etc., it talks about all this also as dharma. Why? Because it's going to take care of your life hereafter. After your death, what is going to happen? If you don't gain moksha, or if you are not yet fully committed to moksha, what will happen to you after death? That's also taken care of by these karmas. Therefore, it comes under the field of dharma. What happened? Your duty is here, Vedic, Laukikam. Your duty is Vedikam, which is meant for hereafter, which is meant for your ancestors, which is meant for the rishis, which is meant for the environment. All this is part of that dharma. Therefore, dharma is more global than just universal ethics. Okay. That universal ethics is a good base to start with, but it goes more than that. Okay. For all this which is dharmakyam, yad vishayaha jijnasa athato dharma jijnasa iti sutrita. The subject matter of that inquiry into dharma was done in the first portion, athato dharma jijnasa, Jaimini Sutras, which starts with athato dharma jijnasa. Okay. Now after you have done your Veda, Dhyanam, etc., we are going to inquire into the nature of karma. Because there is no dharma divorce from karma. I am a dharmic person. Why? I have a value structure. Is it reflected in your action? Yeah. Then there is karma, dharma. Yeah. So dharma is always with respect to what is done or not done. Okay. Adharma api himsadehe pratishedana chodana lakshatva jijnasasya pariharaya. Not only that, adharma also, like himsadi, killing, etc. Pratisheda chodana lakshanatvat. It is a lakshana, chodana lakshana. It impels you. In terms of chodana, there is an impelling for what? Pariharaya. Therefore, te api jijnasitavyaha. That also has to be inquired into. That's why when they say, when they study the Jaimini Sutras, they'll repeat the first sutra twice. Athato dharma jijnasa, athato dharma jijnasa. Adharma jijnasa also. Because it's important. You have to know what has to be renounced, what has to be given up. Innocence can never protect dharma. Ignorance can never protect it. Because if I don't know what is wrong, How am I going to refrain from it? Because if you notice, most of the wrong things gives you a sense of enjoyment also. So, Chodana. Pariharaya Chodana Lakshana. Okay. Alright. Tayoscha Chodana Lakshanasyoho Artha Anarthayoho Dharma Dharmayoho Phala Pratyakshe Sukha Dukkhe Sharira Vang Manaubihi Upavujyamane Vishyendriya Samyogajanye Brahmadishu Dehavatsu Stavaranteshu Prasiddhe. He says this much is Prasiddham. Loke Shastrecha. What is Prasiddham? Tayoscha. Both those two. What those two? Chodana Lakshanayoho. Which impels you to do or to refrain. What is that? Dharma. Okay. Chodana Lakshanayoho. Artha Anarthayoho. That which will help you gain good things in life, or anartha that will get you into trouble. Dharma Dharmayoho. There is dharma and adharma. See, this is the thing. You follow dharma to get the good things in life. So it is not merely, okay, you're following principles. An evolved person will say, I'm doing the right things because that's the right thing to do. Yeah. How can I do something else? But there is also, nobody is going to follow that unless there is a payoff. The payoff is getting the good things in life. And what is the payoff in adharma? Anartha hetu. Getting some sufferings in life. Here and hereafter, both is explained. Okay? Therefore, that's important to keep that in mind also when you're talking of dharma, adharma. Okay. Sharira. And phale pratyakshi. That comes in pratyaksham has what? Sukha dukkha. Dharmasya phalam sukham. By someone born lucky. Little effort, the guy is very lucky. Yeah. Guru is in a very strong position, exalted position. Guru means Brihaspati, the Jupiter in your horoscope. Very exalted. Bahut punya kiya hai. Bahut punya kiya hai. Okay. So, and because of that, what do you gain? Joys and comfort in life. Success in life. Sukha. The other person, lot of adharma. Horoscope looks more like a horoscope. Too much of adharma done. Okay, too much of adharma done. So then lot of suffering, etc. you have to undergo. Dukkha. This is seen, he says. We will see that. Okay. But even dharmic people undergo suffering. Correct. Because of Purva Janma. Nobody is born human being totally punya or totally papa. There's a lot of good in the worst of us and some bad in the best of us. Yeah. I've talked about it before, the dark side, etc. So, this is all there. Born a human being, punya papa will be there. Therefore, suffering, this, that, etc. is there. And tried a simple experiment. For 2 days, I got up with a pain in my shoulder. Saying, I have not had lifted any weight, I have not done anything much. All my normal exercising, only nothing much. That should not create this type of an injury. And I noticed I was sleeping on my left side, therefore some. And I said, my Contd Shani is going on. So yesterday, I went to that Ayyappa temple here, did a Niranjanam. That's worship of Shani. Okay. Small thing. 2-minute thing. And walk bhi ho gaya, walked up to there, walked back. So walking also done. 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay. And today morning I got up, 80% gone here. Pratyaksham. See, if you are getting aches and pains without doing anything, what is it? Some papa karma coming out. previous lifetime, maybe this lifetime also. Both kiya hai. Lot of papa has been done, no problems. So some dukkha will be there, and therefore some this thing will be there. This is prasiddham, he says. This is prasiddham. Okay, therefore he says, okay, and this sukha dukkha, how will you experience? Okay, sharira, vang, mano, bhi, again you will gain it through what? Through your body, words, mind. You feel very happy, cheerful, etc. Body will get all the comfort, or pain, aches and pains, or some discomfort. Vak also. Somebody else will praise you, somebody else will abuse you. Hata hai. And very cheerful, happy things. No, very disturbed. Karma phala coming in. Okay. Therefore, the phalam or the karma has been done by Shariravan Buddhi. Phalam is also enjoyed by what? Shariravan Buddhi. No, Buddhi. Okay. Vishayendriya Samyoga Janye. And that is what? Vishya Indriya Samyoga Janye. With the connection between the object and your sense organs. घर में आराम से बैठा है, खुशी से. You're reading something. Doorbell rings. And I open the door. Be fast. हाँ, be fast. नहीं समझी, ये आप स्वामी ब्रह्म विद्यानंद जी आप ही है ना? हाँ, हम ही है. ये वी फास्ट भेजा है. किधर से? वर्ली से. Worldly say we fast. Then I check my message. Oh, there is a message. I have made dal pakwan at home. I am sending it to you. I am not joking. This actually happened. And the lady who sent it to me is here on the group. That means what? Some punya manifested. I have not done anything now for it. अनाज इट की मजा आया. इंद्रिय विषय सम हो गए. देयर वाज नो फूड एट होम एनीवे. आई डोंट हैव टू गो आउट एंड गेट समथिंग और रसल अप समथिंग. दाल पकवान खाएगा डिनर के लिए. पहला भूख चढ़ाओ तो ऑफर इट टू द लॉर्ड एंड देन ईट इट. प्रसाद हो गया. व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज दिस इज प्रसिद्धम लोके. व्हाट हैपेंस? एंड the punya papa is earned through sharira vang manasaha. The phalam is also enjoyed through sharira vang manasaha. This has to be clear. Without body mind, there is no karma, there is no punya papa, phalam to be enjoyed. It is a karta who becomes the bhokta. Therefore, kartrutvam bhoktrutvam is strong when you are talking about karma and upasana. Okay? Without that, it doesn't happen. Okay. Alright. That means what? He's elaborate in his answer, so you have to wait patiently and look through the whole thing. मनुष्यत्वात् आरभ्य ब्रह्मांतेषु देहवत्सु सुख तारतम्यम अनुश्रूयते. Not only that, from the human being to Brahmajis and Brahmaloka, sukha tarattamyam anushruyate. The sukha also has got gradations. A hot day, you went and fixed up a cold drink and I had it. Nice. You went to a nice music concert. You can't reduce a music concert to a cold drink. Yeah. Or you are enjoying your TV program, cricket match, okay. Enjoying that, arey maja aaya. Their cold drink becomes just an add-on. It doesn't become the main thing. Cold drink, hot drink, chips, whatever, becomes an add-on only. Therefore, there is Sukha Taratamya. In Manushyana, up to Brahmaji's Loka. What is his Ananda compared to my Ananda? Remember in Taittiriya Upanishad, the calculus of Ananda? That means what? It is showing that there are gradations. It is important to understand that experiential Sukha has gradations. Even with respect to the same experience. Okay? Priya, Moda, Pramoda. 3 levels of Sukha. Okay? Sukham, Priyam. Priyam is what? It is seeing what you enjoy. अरे जिलेबी खाने में बहुत मजा. You are a jalebi lover. There's one Bihar leader who loves jalebi so much he named his daughter Jalebi. How can you name a child? I can't understand that. And what is he going to name his son? Johnny Walker? Or Black Dog? Anyway, you saw the jalebi. Ha 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 ha. Priyam. Maja aaya. Okay. That is called Priyam. Then it is served on a plate for you. Modam. Then you are eating it. Abhi to maja. Pramodam. Gradations of Sukha. Here in this loka itself, hereafter. Okay? Alright.
So, Swamiji?
Yeah.
So just a quick question, this Priya, Moda, Pramoda, these 3, are these resolving vrittis, as in they resolve the mind so that the Ananda manifests?
Yeah. That is a different thing entirely. That is true. All of them are that. Vritti, experiential. All experience is manifesting of the Ananda I am. That is a later argument. Right now, this is the what is he emphasizing on gradations of the Sukha that you enjoy.
Right.
Okay, yeah. It's an important argument. Okay. Tatascha tad hetoho dharmasyapi taratamyam gamyate. If there are gradations in Sukha in different lokas, that means there is gradation in the cause. What is cause? Dharma, punya papa, that you gain by your actions. Gradations of Sukha means gradation in terms of dharma, in terms of your action. Correct or not? Yeah, that has to be established. Okay. Dharatamya adhika taratamya. Okay. Prasiddham cha arthitva samarthya vidvatadi kritam adhikari taratamyam. And that will be based on what? The adhikari. The person who is doing the karma. What is his capacity? What is his knowledge? Correct? This guy is capable of doing Agnihotra. I am only capable of doing my japa. Naturally, he will gain more punya out of mine than me. Okay. Someone else does a Rajasuya. Oh my God. Sukha Taratamya. Because he is capable of doing more. He did more. He gained more. Depends on your Shraddha also. No, Swamiji, all of us have belief in the Veda. Yeah. And you want millions of dollars with you? Yeah. Vishwajit Yaga karega? Nobody has that much of Shraddha, I'm telling you. Why? To do Vishwajit Yaga, you have to give up everything you have. Everything that you personally own has to be given up. House is yours, give it up. Utna Shraddha nahi hai baba. The whole wealth of the world will be yours. You will be richer than Elon Musk. That's what is guaranteed. But will you do it? जो है बस हो गया. So Shraddha limitations are also there. Yeah. Because Vishwajit Yagna will make you the richest man in the world. But to do that, you have to have the Shraddha to give up everything. Because the only one who can give up everything deserves everything. Then how did he get it? 100 of people into similar industries, no? Why didn't all of them get it? Why only he got it? Purva Janma Sukrutaha. Dharma of a previous lifetime coming into this lifetime. Yeah. Nope. No one. No one. It's all done only in Satya Yoga. That na Shraddha ho tabhi tha. Abhi nahi hai kisko. In today's world,
what about the women's cricket team that won the IPL?
There is a lot of effort and a lot of punya also. Both are there. Luck factor is what punya coming in. And lot of present effort also. Effort, dedication, you can't avoid that. Adhikaris, they were capable of doing it. Yeah. That capacity is built through years of discipline, sweat and blood and tears. No? Any discipline, we forget that part of it.
And Swamiji, when Abhimanyu was so brutally, killed in the Mahabharata war, that is why? Because of Papa Karma in the past or what?
Now, when you are looking at some of these historical things, or some of these things that is connected with Itihasa, etc. Yeah, he was not only Papa, he knew he was going to his death. Because he knew how to break the Chakravyuha, he didn't know how to come out of it. Therefore, he knew it had to be broken, otherwise they would capture Yudhishthira. And if Yudhishthira is captured, the battle is over. So for the sake of Dharma, I know how to break it, I will break it. If I am lucky enough, the army, the Pandava army will follow me in. If they follow me in, then we are safe. Otherwise, I will die there. He knew it and he was going to his death, and which is normal in war. No? Nobody goes to war expecting to come out alive, I'm telling you. We all tell our families, no, I'll be back. Arey, your birthday next month. By that time I'll be back. We will handle this. We all say that. And then we go back to base and write goodbye letters. I'm not joking. If you're on a mission, you'll write a goodbye letter and keep it. So that your families will get a closure. So nobody goes to war expecting that. So that was a sacrifice on his part. Yeah.
Even that air crash, only that one guy survived, no?
If the Pandava army had managed to follow him in, he would have survived. But they didn't manage because Jayadratha stopped them.
Yeah.
So he didn't manage. That's this thing of war. Yeah. Today was Jayadratha's day. Today was his day. He prevented the whole army from following him. And the Chakravyuha formation is like that. It's one of the most complex formation in military history. Even now, I have tried to study it. See, I have some idea of formation, strategy, etc. But even my understanding is only bits and pieces. How the formation is placed itself, my understanding is bits and pieces, not complete. It's one of the most complex formations in the world. Your pincer movements, etc. and modern strategy is nothing, simple. Very simple.
Swami, nowadays they don't have such a huge open field where they come out.
But the same principles are followed. Pincer movement, spear attacks, all that is followed. In principle, a lot of things are followed. That's why now in the Indian Army they are inducting Secrets of War from the Mahabharata and because some of the principles are valid. Principles are valid, not exact placement. You don't place the army like that in an open field.
Yeah.
But the principles are valid, like a pincer movement or something. Yeah.
Now even women are joining, no? Army,
Yeah,
Navy and
true.
all.
So women are always there part of the army. India.
Earlier also,
Earlier also, of course.
in the Mahabharata time.
Shikandini was one of them. They were women
Shikandi.
warriors. Every
They
queen,
don't mention it. but-
every queen was trained in the art of war. Every
Yeah.
princess was trained in the art of war. How much she wanted to take it up was her choice. But they were trained all right. Why? Throughout the Mughal history, there were so many warrior queens in India. There is one from Garhwal in the Himalayas. She had a nickname, Nak Kati Rani. Nak Kati, the one who chopped off soldiers' noses. Because
She used to
Aurangzeb's
chop off.
army attacked and she chopped off the general's soldier and sent him back. General's nose and sent him back. Said, this is what will happen if you dare to attack again. So many were there throughout history who became heroines. There's plenty. Anyway, that apart. Punya Papa, back to the base. Okay? The whole question of Taratamya.
Thank you.
ऊपर नीचे होता है. All right. Okay. Taratamya.
Swamiji,
Yeah.
in Vishwajit, like they give up everything and then in return they get everything. Like, is that in the next lifetime or in the life?
So this lifetime,
like
Vishwajit Yaga is to get that wealth, unimaginable wealth in this lifetime itself.
Oh, okay. So you give up and then in this lifetime itself they
Yep,
get it.
yep,
Okay.
you will get it.
Okay.
But very few people will have the guts to do that. You're writing away your home, yaar, come on. And you're not giving it to a relative with the idea he'll give it back to you. No. Dhanam, it has to be given. There's a description in Kalidasa's work of Raghuvamsha, where Raghu, Rama's ancestor, did this. And someone is coming at that time, Guru Dakshinarthi, asking for Dakshina to give his Guru, begging for Dakshina to give his Guru. A young Batu comes there. And Kalidasa describes Raghu. He's given away everything. There's no silk robes, he's not wearing silk robes, plain cotton clothes he's wearing. Palace is not his anyway. Palace belongs to a dynasty. It's not his to give away. But all the gold utensils that he used to eat in, given. What is he eating in clay pot? From a clay pot he is eating simple food. Khichdi he is eating. Because everything has been given away now. Yeah.
That Harishchandra, which is
That is no, that is a different story. That is not about Vishwajit Yaga.
Not
Don't
okay.
confuse. This is Vishwajit Yaga. Yeah. So all this
So in
depends
the
upon.
Katha, Swami, in the Katha Upanishad, when
Correct. That is
Nachiketa
Vishwajit Yaga, done by his father.
So did the father become very, very rich
Yep.
later?
Afterwards, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is it. Adhikari Taratamya. Okay. Shraddha iti. Capacity Taratamya. All this is there for doing an action. Yeah. All right. Therefore, result also has got the Taratamya. Adhikarita Prasiddham cha Artitva Samarthya Vidva. Okay, all that we saw. Tatha cha Yagadi Anushtayana Vidya Samadhi Vishesha Uttrena Patha Gamanam. All right. Now is because of the result of karma you are talking. There is a talk of twofold path. Uttarayanam Dakshinayanam cha. Uttarayanam Dakshinayanam is the marga. Uttarayana Dakshinayanam is also the year divided into two seasons. Like right now we are in Dakshinayanam. From the summer solstice to the winter solstice is Dakshinayanam. After that Uttarayanam until the summer solstice. When the sun apparently moves towards the southern side, it's called Dakshinayanam. And apparently moves to the northern side, it is called Uttarayanam. Okay. So and that is seasons. But there is marga also of what you will take after death. This is all after death, not before death. Okay. Therefore, he says, Yagad Anushtayinaham eva. Those who have done a lot of yagas, etc. Who does yagas in today's life? Hardly anyone. Okay. Anushtayinam. Vidya Samadhi Vishesha. Vidya here is Upasana. Upasana up to Samadhi. Visheshena. Uttarena Patagamanam. They will go to the northern path. The northern path goes up to Brahmaloka. Why? Because of your adhikar, you have done enough karma and upasana. Karma and upasana together, the northern marga. We saw that in Isavasi Upanishad also. Andandama Pravishyanti, etc. All that. Yeah. All right. Kevala ishtehi purtehi tas sadhanehi dharmadi dhumadi kramena dakshinapatagamanam. If you have done only ishti and purti, okay, only ishti and purti. Now what is ishti and purti? It's a nice verse here. Okay. Agnihotram tapas satyam vedanam cha anupalayanam adityam vaishadevam cha ishtim nityam abhidiyate. Agnihotra, etc. Your daily rituals. Agnihotram, tapaha, some tapas you have done. Satyavachanam, Vedanam Chanupalayanam, you have studied your own branch of the Veda, etc. Atityam, welcoming of guests, etc. Vaishwadevam, small rituals. Okay. Ishtimiti Abhidiyate. Therefore, all these Vedic rites that you do on a regular basis is called Ishti. Then, all this is there in your book, okay? Then, Vapi Kupa Tatakadi Devata Yatanani cha. Vapi is a water body. You did some water harvesting work. Kupa, dug a well, etc. for the people, villagers, etc. Kupa. Tatakadi, a water tank, etc. Devata Yatanani, you built a temple, etc. Okay. Anna Pradhanam, gave away food. Not your fat cat relatives, to the poor, okay? Calling people for a dinner at home is not Annadhanam. Giving it to the poor, that is Annadhanam, okay? Aramaha, rest house, etc. for people to take shelter in. Okay? Purtaniti abhidhiyate. It's all good karmas to do. But if you have done only Ishti and Purti, okay, not Yagadi and not Upasanas, Ishta Purti you have done. You are a good person, good human being. Okay? A lot of social work you have done. Ishta Purti. Okay? Then what happens? Yaga, okay, Kevala Ishtai Purtaha, Tatsadhani, Dhumadi Kramena, Dakshina Patagama. You will take the Dakshinayanam, the Dakshina Marga. Where will it end up in? Below heaven onwards. Gandharvaloka, Pitraloka, etc. This is the maximum you can go in Kali Yuga, okay? Swarga also, very few people. Veera Swarga by patriots, etc. gain Veera Swarga. Other than that, I don't know how many people will go to Swarga. Okay. Pitraloka, lots of people go. Okay. Gandharva, all that, yeah. So, therefore, what happens? Okay. Tatrapi Sukataratamyam. There also what? Sukataratamyam. Gradations of Sukha. Dakshina Marga is less, Brahma Marga is more. Heavenly delights. Uttarayana. This is okay, fine. Okay. tat sadhana taratamya cha shastra. Why? Because sadhana means what you have done, the means for going there. More punya, less punya, more dharma, less dharma. That is there. Okay. Yavat samputam ushitva ityadishate. That means what? All these that karma and upasana can give you are experiential in nature. Gradations. The moment you say experience, the gradations come into the picture. Yeah. So, karma phala becomes something measurable, therefore something finite. The whole crux is that. We will come here. Then he talks about adharma also. Why is he being so elaborate? Because he is answering the Mimamsa Purvapaksha. You know? That by upasana you will gain amritatvam. That is being negated. Because that's why he is quoting all the Veda Vakyas only. Okay, he is quoting all the Veda Vakyas only for that. Okay. Tatha Manishyadishu Stavaranteshu. From the human being to a blade of grass, Sukha lavas chodana lakshana dharmakyaha eviti gamyate tam taratamyena vartamanaha. Therefore, all of them, okay, are even in this life, from the human life to a blade of grass, dukkha taratamyam is there. Dukkha also is the same thing. Why dukkha is there? This jiva is born as a human being. Dukkha is there or not? Experientially. All of us. Even the richest human being. There will be dukkha in his life. He'll also have a flight cancellation. Hey, he flies his own jet. Engine failure, last minute. So, dukkha will be there. However rich you are, however well off you are. None of my descendants are capable of running this show. Buddhe log beda. Lot of dukkha. I remember one years ago, many years ago, meeting an industrialist. He said, Sound you, मैं आपको स्टेशन तक छोड़ता हूँ. So I understood he wanted to talk to me. भगवान ने सब कुछ दिया मेरे को, मन की शांति नहीं है. So, not that because of wealth मन की शांति नहीं है, because there are other issues in his life. Therefore, dukkha taratamyam is also there. Okay, in this lifetime. Therefore, sukha lavasya chodana lakshana dharma seveti gamyate taratamyena vartate. Therefore, taratamyena eva vartasne. Tatha urugateshu adhogateshu cha dehavatsu. All this urdhva, we have talked about punya. Adhogataha, lower life forms. Also the same thing. Choda lakshanasya tad anushtiyamanam dukkha taratamya darshanat tad hetoho dharmasya pratisheda chodana lakshanasya tad anushtana cha dharma arubhyate. Therefore the same Shastra reveals those who have done all himsadika will go to lower lokas, not only lower lokas, even in this lifetime. Look at the level of happiness you have and the level of happiness of someone born in a slum. There is happiness, there is laughter in the slums as well. But can you compare your life and their life? Guy is born in a normal family, but he runs away from home. Can you imagine how the home conditions are so bad that he prefers to come onto the street? Adharma, previous lifetime coming through. Adho lokas, of course it is there. Look at, alright, look at the life that a human being has to an animal's life. A street dog, I'm not talking about a pet dog. Pet dogs have done a lot of punya in today's world. They are treated like children are treated. What about a street dog? Fighting for scraps of food? Papa, no? Because life is not pleasant. Look at a tree stuck somewhere, you can't even move. At least the dog can move around. But the dog comes and marks his territory on me by lifting his leg and marking it. I can't even move aside. I had to put up with that stink. That kid comes and breaks my twig off. Oh my God! Pain. Can't even scream. Nobody hears it. To stand 100 years like that. Dukkha Taratanya.
Storms also uproot trees, no?
Yeah, that gets moksha that time, from that lifetime. It gets freedom from that lifetime. Yeah. Hopefully better life next time. Therefore, Dukkha Taratanyam also in the same manner it is there. Okay. Tata Urdugateshu Adogateshu cha Dehavatsu Dukkha Taratanyam Pratisheda Chodana Lakshanasya Tadarhanam cha Taratamyam Gamyate. Therefore, you infer Punya Papa has been there because of karmas done before. Karma Phala is Sharira Vang Manasi Gatam. Karma Phala comes at the level of the body, speech and mind. Action is also done by the same. So you need a tree's body to get through that negative karma. No? Get a tree's body. And remember one thing. The jiva inside the tree could have been a human being in his previous lifetime. In some previous thing may have stayed in heaven also and come back to earth. May have been a very rich industrialist in some previous lifetime. Then did a lot of environmental damage to put up an industry. And now come on, you suffer as the tree. And now suddenly people have become more environmental conscious. Therefore, they won't cut down the whole tree. They'll only keep trimming it. More pain. So, there it is. Okay. Evam avidyadi doshavatam dharma adharma taratamya nimitam sharira upadana purvakam sukha dukkha taratamyam nityam samsara rupam shruti smriti nyaya prasiddham. Therefore what? And all these people who are experiencing sukha dukkha, samsaritvam, avidya lakshanam. Okay? There is avidya in them. This is shruti, smriti, nyaya, prasiddha. Logically, when you look at it on the basis of the shruti and smriti, you understand that all these things are in samsara. When there is sukha and dukkha taratamyam, you have to understand it is samsara. That means up to Brahmaji's loka also is samsara. Yeah. You go to Brahmaji's loka, all subtle enjoyments. मेरे को चाट खाने का यार दिल्ली का आलू पापड़ी चाट किधर मिलेगा? Not in Brahmaloka you won't get that. Bhelpuri, Bombay you won't get that. Cricket match नहीं रहेगा. That's very good for me. Martial arts रहेगा क्या? हाँ, martial arts रहेगा. That's divine. But कितना पूरा दिन martial art practice करके बैठेगा क्या? Hopefully in Brahmaloka there will be a few Vedantins also around who had not done enough effort to get it in that lifetime. We're waiting for Brahmaji to teach them. So you can have some discussions, etc. with them. Some saving grace. Now look at it. Going up to Brahmaloka and looking for all these things to be okay. Exactly like wanting to go to States and then slowly build a cultural community there. Hey, you are the whole community here. उधर क्यों गया फिर? क्या करूँ पापी पेट के वास्ते? जाना पड़ा for better prospects. Yeah.
Swamiji?
Yeah.
Well, I have heard that like in Brahmaloka, if you think of something, it will be there in front of you.
No.
No?
Don't go by this New Age descriptions. They're wrong. All the New Age descriptions are not correct. Go by the Shastric descriptions.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Swamiji, one more
Yeah.
question. So, this Brahmaji, who is like, so is it a positional name or is it, because some places they say...
In a loka, you are a positional name, but Brahmaji is a wise person. Therefore, there is freedom. Like how on earth, someone may be a simple sadhu, position, but he's got the freedom because of his knowledge. Someone may be a king, like Janaka, and his knowledge, positional thing is there, knowledge makes you free. That's why in Taittiriya, remember, Shotriyasya cha akamahatasya, Shotriyasya, every stage, that Ananda is yours because you are Paramananda. Because of that, it is always with you. But positional thing is also there. There is a positional Ananda which comes out of your experience. That is what he is talking about here. Therefore, avidya lesham is there. Not for karma devatas. Brahma, Indra, Varna, Agni, etc. Karma devatas, that is not there. But other things it is there. Yeah, Karthik.
So Swamiji, in Bhagavad Gita, when Lord Krishna describes a yoga brashta,
Yeah.
the yoga brashta goes till by Brahmaloka or is it Swarga?
It depends on how much karma and punya he has earned. If he has done lot of karma and punya, then Brahmaloka.
I see.
But most of us who are into Vedanta would not have done that much of punya. Therefore, some other loka.
Okay.
Yeah. And then back again, which is good because you can understand it best on earth. Vedanta is best studied on earth. Yeah. So there is where the whole thing is. Okay. Samsara Rupam, Shruti Shruti Nyaya Prasadam. Tatha the Shruti, what is the Shruti saying? Nahi naha vai sharirasya sataha priya priyayoho apahitihi asti. As long as you have a body identification, you are not free from priya and apriya. From sukha dukkha you are not free from. Okay? Because sukha dukkha is for your body and mind, not for the asanga atma. Therefore, if you are looking at upasana, phalam, etc., that is not moksha. Why? Shariravantaha. Your body identification is strong. Identification of the mind is strong. Therefore, upasana, phalam will keep you going in samsara. It may give you a better samsara. A happier samsara. But samsara it is.
Swamiji, in the Mahabharata, Bhishma waits for the Parva to change to leave his body. So,
Bhishma.
yeah.
Yeah, because he was one of the Ashtavasus. His prarabdha is not over. He has to go back to being an Ashtavasu. Until the whole kalpa, he has to be there.
Yeah.
So Bhishma was experientially was an Ashtavasu and had to go through the prarabdha of being an Ashtavasu. But in knowledge, he was free.
Yeah.
Because he had the knowledge, self-knowledge also. So
Yeah,
he was
because
free.
I had that small doubt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
इति यथा वर्णितं संसारूपम अनुवदति. Therefore, all of them is samsara rupam. Okay. Shariram vavasantam priya priya is prashataha. If you are a shariravantaha, identified with the body, priya priyam is bound to be there. Iti priya priya sparshana pratisheda chodana lakshana dharma karyatvam mokshakyasya asharirattasya pratishede pratishidyate iti gamyate. Okay. Therefore, moksha is what has to be this thing. Priya priya sparshanena pratisheda chodana lakshana dharma karyatvam. Therefore, priya priya pratisheda, to negate this priya priya chodana lakshana dharma karyatvam. Chodana lakshana dharma, meaning the karma that you are impelled to do a karma. Moksha hasya ashirita pratisheda iti gamyate. So how can something like an upasana which gives you a sharira negate the same sharira? Now the real answer is coming. So the chodana karma and upasana, which is meant to give you sukha dukkha taratamyam through a body, etc. How can that negate the fact you are the body? On mind, of course. No upasana is going to do that. No upasana is going to do that. There is a guy who says, I sat in Samadhi for 13 days on one of the mountain peaks in South India. Very good. Achha. But what is he teaching? How to be the best version of yourself. It is still about refining body and mind, isn't it? Now, we also teach that. Why? To make you competent for moksha. To use that body and mind especially, to understand what moksha is about. But this, the end becomes what? Be a best version of yourself. If that is already there, 101 means are available for you to be the best version of yourself. That's what Western psychologists call as self-actualization. Who was that writer? I forget now. God, getting old. Hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, etc. Talk about that. Best self-actualization, best version of yourself. That is all. You're still in finitude. Samsara, you're a good samsari. You're a refined samsari, but samsari you are. Okay.
Swamiji, being the best version of yourself can actually distract you from Vedanta. Right?
Yeah, correct. Because you always improving, refining. Kitna karega?
Exactly.
Yeah. Dharma karyatvehi priya sparshana prashite na upapadyate. Because this dharma karyam, upasana, phalam, dharma karyatvat, you cannot negate the sparshana with sukha dukkha, priya priya. You cannot negate. Upasana will keep you within that samsara. Ashiratvam dharma karyatam iti chet na. And you say, no, by upasana I will get ashiriritvam. No. Why? Tasya swabhavikatvat. It is natural. Upasana phalam has to be enjoyed through mind and body Therefore, you cannot get ashariratvam through upasana, through meditations. Then, ashariram shariresu anavasteshu avastitam. This is Vedanta coming in now. Yeah. Ashariram sharireshu. How in the same sharira you can be ashariram? That is Vedanta. Okay. Anavastestu avastitam. In all the finite things, you are remaining as the limitlessness itself. That is jnana phala, not upasana phala. Okay. Mahantam vibhum atmanam. Atmanam mahantam. Limitlessness. Vibhum, consciousness. Atmanam matva jnatva. Having known that, dhiraha na shochati. The thinking person, dhiraha, free from grief. Therefore, for us, karma and upasana is to only develop this enough to understand the truth. That is all. Na shochati. Aprano hi manashubhraha. Apranaha amanaha shubhraha. That is me. The consciousness free from prana and mind. Asango hi ayam purushaha. The purushaha is asangaha. No connection with priya and apriya. Punya papa, there is no connection. Body mind has connection with punya papa. For body mind will go through with the priya, not me, the consciousness. Ityadi shrutibhyaha ata eva anushtheya karma phala vilakshanam moksha asharirithvam nityam iti siddham. Therefore, what? That which is free from anushtena karma. Anushtheya karma. Karma is to be done. Manasam, vachikam, kayikam va. Mind, upasana ityadi, chanting ityadi, yagadi, shariram. All of them. Vilakshanam, moksha, what is called as moksha, ashariratvam, being free from the limitations of this body. Nityam iti siddham. That moksha is nityam. And nityam cannot be karma phalam, much less upasana phalam. Therefore, the Upanishad is not upasana vidiseshatvam. That's why he went elaborate into karma and upasana. This is what your karma and upasana can do. If you are stuck in the sadhana thing, karma and upasana, understand this is the maximum you are going to get. Then why do Vedantins do some upasana, etc.? Prepare the mind to know the truth. That's all. Not more than that. Not more than that. But there also, I have to strike a caution. Be careful. Preparing the mind, bolke, can go on and on and on and on, preparing.
Swami.
Yeah.
So when we do karma and the karma phala, there is taratam, which is very evident.
Yeah.
Now, when the same karma is used for antakarana shuddhi, then it becomes like any karma can actually...
Any karma can give you antakarana shuddhi. Exactly. So karmanam tabhyarcha siddhim mindati manava. Whatever karma you are doing is fine. The attitude is more important. Because we are not interested in the phalam of punya papa. We are interested in getting this mind ready to know the truth. That's all karma has to do for us. We are interested only in that much. Because the knowledge has to happen in a human mind. Therefore, that mind should be ready to receive this knowledge, retain that knowledge, own it up. Therefore, I mind for that. That's all. And mind being a finite thing, it can be refined and handled only through some karma and upasana. So when the karmata does it for punya papa, etc., we do it only for antakarana shuddhi, etc. And some punya papa will come as avantara phalam for us. Why? It will make your life smoother, na? You get the time to study, you get the means to study. Finance is not a problem. Otherwise you have to struggle. I have to get a job, I have to make money, I get. That's coming. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Through punya papa. Some good things you have done. Therefore, Bhagavan takes care of your yoga and kshema. What you need in life is sent to you. But Swamiji, I didn't get that. That means you don't need it. It's sadhu thinking, okay? Yeah. If you get it, you get it. But Swamiji, you didn't get food today. Aaj to Ekadashi. It's not Ekadashi. It's for sadhus, if you don't get food, that day is Ekadashi. That attitude handles the whole Punya Papa. Attitude handles the Punya Papa. I have a bad habit of packing in the last minute. Always pack in the last minute. Okay. If I have to catch a 1 o'clock flight, I am packing in the morning only. This is a bad habit of mine. Okay. So don't follow this. Okay. My mother could never understand it. Says, what if you miss out something? If I miss out something means I don't need it. I will do without it. That is sadhu thinking coming in. If you miss out packing something, you will do without it. If you can say that to the food that you are getting or not getting, you can do that with anything in life. If you don't get it, you will do without it. You don't need it. Simple. That attitude can gain moksha. Because you are Ananda Baba. Doesn't matter anymore. You're doing a lot of things. Of course, you're doing a lot of things. You take care of a few things in life. Yeah. Yeah. It's coming out of your fullness. That is moksha. It's not for the sake of priya and apriya. It's out of that fullness all this is happening. So good place to stop. There's more to it, which you will see in next class. Okay. Om Tat Sat.
Namaskar, sir.